Happy Monday, everybody. It's it's 6'10, Bobby. It's the height I always wanted to be when I was a child. I don't know why I wanted to be 6'10. When I get older, like nobody wants to be 6'10. Because all you do, you play basketball, and if you do not, you are a disappointment to anyone that ever meets you forever. But yeah, June 10th. Good morning.
They didn't think we'd make it, but here we are.
To June 10th?
Yep. They're like June 9th. That's as far as they'll make it.
Juneteenth. I think we'll make it till then too. That's next Monday, I think.
Yeah. No, isn't it Friday?
Right. No, it's a Monday. Or maybe we're observing it on Monday because my radio station observes Juneteenth. So therefore, we're not. They're having people fill in, like the regular shows get off and everything like that, and all the part-time people work.
How come when your radio station observes Juneteenth, it's allowed, but when I do it to deter shoplifting, it's a problem?
Well, I think it's in how you deliver the message.
Okay. All right. Like if I come and go, we don't like your type in our store. That's a problem.
Yes. Show me your Juneteenth. Like that's not what it's called. No. It's not Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth. Good. Well, happy Monday, everybody. Hey, Kish. Hey, Kevin. What's going on, dude? Read the room. Never read the room, Kevin. What do you mean? Aren't you, Kevin? You're Juneteenth. We're all Juneteenth inside. We're all Pride. I did a show in Boston on Saturday. I didn't know it was Boston Pride Day. And we celebrations, all that stuff. There was a lot of people dressed up like Powerpuff Girls, just walking around the whole place. Lots of colors, a lot of craziness. Second, I saw big old fat lady thing, like not like a fake one, like it was a lady, but she's a big fat gross lady. That's what I've also noticed. And listen, to people that want to celebrate Pride, that's awesome that you feel like I feel safe because you are living a life that some people get mad about. Big fat ladies that are just straight should stop being part of it. I think that's who's ruining it. Big fat ladies do not need to be part of the Pride Parade.
Keep going, buddy.
There's no F. You know what I mean?
Keep going. You're almost there, buddy. You're this close to put it all together. What's the problem? What's the problem? Not just with Pride parades, but life in general.
Big fat ladies?
Yeah, that's who's causing all the problems.
Yeah, they cause all the problem. Like this big fat lady. The second we get out of the garage, this big fat lady's walking across the street, and she's got a T-shirt on. It's a Pride T-shirt, and it says, "fucking Pride Month." Like if it said "fucking" real huge, like "fucking Pride Month." So I saw that, and that's a little shocking. So I went, and she goes, "You got a problem?" I go, "Fucking Pride Month." I just like yelled it back at her. She just kept walking, but it's like every other person was a big fat lady.
Morbid obesity,
right? And then everyone else that was there, like we probably saw, like on our 5-minute walk from the parking garage to the show, we probably saw at least a couple. I wouldn't say 2,000, but 1,500. It was like that. It was the ending of a thing, and they were spilling all over the place. You could tell they were all Pride, the way they're dressed up. 3 of them were attractive.
And that's the problem, isn't it?
It's part of the problem.
Like Mateo Lane.
Super hot gay guy and hilarious comedian.
Yeah, I'm a heterosexual male, but even I can go,
that's a hot
very attractive man. Yeah, nobody wants to shut his gay sex down. It's when it's guys like you and I.
He also doesn't need to be at the parade to have people pay attention to him. They'd ask him to be at the parade because he'd be part of the parade.
Right, but like
going to the Pride Parade because a guy won't fuck you isn't a thing.
I'm proud that I'm so fat I'm unfuckable.
Why do you? That. I don't know why they get to be part of it. And
that's and this is going to be bad, but that's kind of what Pride's built on, is you're not allowed to tell anybody they're wrong.
They tell me I'm wrong all the time.
Well, you and I are wrong, but not women.
There were 5 women, and they each had like a colorful like superhero costume. And I turned to the comic I was with. I'm like, "Oh, it's the AIDS Avengers," and he's like, "All right,
that's amazing."
Yeah, I was like, "Why can't Bobby be right here?"
Dude, I wish you opened with that. I would have paid you money on the spot and been like, "I'm starting the show by saying this." Saturday night, I was at Yonkers doing the guest spot. Chris Monty let me on, and I ended with my trans joke, and it went, "Happy Pride, everybody." And Monty pulled me aside and was like, "Did you just end with a trans joke and then say Happy Pride? You son of a bitch."
The other night, I was doing a trans joke. I started by going, "This is the part where I wish you all a happy Pride." So we're bookending it. We're doing our thing. We've been in.
Can't wait till we tag team that at your album recording. If you think that's bad, wait till Pat's joke.
They've seized control. They always do. I don't know what it is. Now, I guess I have to make this clear. It's not big fat ladies that are just like married, big fat lady. It's big fat lonely lady. I guess that has to be
lonely and loud.
What? Lonely and loud.
And loud.
So big fat lonely loud lady. So BFLLL. That's our new group that we need to go against. The BFLLLs.
BFLLL Drizzy.
Yeah. Well, that's the noise they make when they're eating like soup. Like, like that's just their feeding noise.
It's also how the Chinese people sang that song in Christmas Story.
BFLL.
Yeah, you got it.
But they're so big fat ladies, and they're all. I guess we have to add a W because it is big fat white, loud, lonely ladies. It's never any other ladies.
This is
big fat loud black ladies are fun when they yell at you.
That's kind of
want it.
But would you refer to them as a big fat?
Yeah, they are big and fat. Have you seen them?
Oh yeah. But the point being is, like, typically when I think of morbidly obese, it goes white people first.
Well, no, I don't. See, you keep saying morbidly obese. I even mean like if she's just like 4'11", 225. That's still. That's the one who's yelling at you. The tiny beef thing. The thing that the doorstop of humans.
4'11", 125 is still morbidly obese in my book.
All right. Now we're not doing that. Stop this.
Somebody's gonna get it.
They're not loud.
They are. Oh, trust me. They can be very loud. They can cause a lot of problems.
And then so when I was at the we were there, and the comic I was with tried to joke around. We go to get a coffee or something at this place, and the he starts ordering, and she goes, "Oh, are you guys together?" So he thought it'd be funny, and he's like, "For 10 years now," and then I was like, "Yeah," and I fuck the shit out of him every day, and he just kind of looks at me like, "Oh, you want to play this game? I'll play this game."
I yes-anded you, and yes,
you're not gonna beat me at this game.
Yes, I am gay, and you are the bottom.
Yeah, I destroy you. I don't even know how you're walking right now.
That would have been that slap on the back. It's impressive. He's even upright right now, man.
It's like I slap on the back just to see if he can still feel from back there. Just testing the nerves. And then we're trying to drink coffee, and it's just like everybody's just. Once again, I'm not trying to shit out the message is fine. It's the outfits because they don't wear that anywhere. That's not pride. It's like a 4-year-old dressed them. Here's a unicorn hat. Here's a t-shirt doesn't fit. Here's a tutu. It's like that's what a kid wears when they dress up. It's not an outfit. Is pride mean that you can't see and you just went through the Goodwill and you just said, "Quick, you have 30 seconds, be gay," and then they just run around and they have to shop to your gay drop? Like I don't know what the outfits are. I'm a power bottom ranger. Like I don't care. I don't want to see this.
I forget who I heard say it. This is not an original thought by me, but basically what they were alluding to was it was whatever age they got molested. They dressed up like their favorite thing at that age. Oh,
Jesus Christ, Bobby. Whatever age they got molested is the age they dress for.
Yeah, at the Pride Parade, it's whatever made them gay. That's not my line. I forget who said it, but
someone's walking by and someone goes, "Dude, I saw you wore that yesterday." It's like, "Yep." It's like, "Oh no, you got touched yesterday." Sorry, dude. Welcome to Pride.
It's just me in this white shirt. You're like, "Bobby, what are you doing?" Bobby, no.
Bobby, no. Well, someone should have yelled no a day earlier.
I tried.
Wait, I don't. V, good morning, V. Wait, why? Morning, is that true? No, it's not true. Everyone that's in Pride was molested.
I think that's the joke that the comedian was making.
Okay, yeah, but am I wrong? Like the The outfits are never cool.
I have never seen a good outfit. Kevin may be up for our Husey Award so far. I know it's early in the show.
Kevin's jumping in early. The problem is that someone can just come in later, but Kevin's gone great. Kevin's changing my numbers from 3 out of 1,000 to 3 out of 10,000 was fun.
My favorite was when you said I got molested yesterday, and he called it Molester Day.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. Molester Day. That's when my uncle went away. Then he touched my butt, and now I'm gay. Oh, I believe Molester Day. God damn it.
Did you see, speaking of Pride, the American College of Pediatricians came out yesterday and gave their thoughts on Pride Month?
The American College of Pediatricians came out on Pride Month on a weekend?
Yep.
Sounds like a fake story.
It's not a fake story. I saw it from Dave Smith. Now, I will say, I called my mom right away and was like, hey, I know you're in the American Association of Pediatrics. Never heard of this ACP. And she was like, well, it's kind of a fringe group, so their findings may not be like 100% accurate. Then I called my dad and he was like, yeah, they're a fringe group, but they fucking nailed this one.
Jesus, what'd they say?
Basically, they came out and they were like, we looked at the data, and when you either do surgery or get puberty blockers at a young age, it does not work out well. We are calling on, and they named pretty much every major health institution in the United States to reanalyze their practice of providing puberty blockers or surgery intervention at a young age. And I thought it was kind of fun, especially on Pride.
Puberty blockers sounds like the name, like a Latino girl will develop a little bit earlier sometimes. So like her uncle has to come out and push all this creepy men away from the girl when she's turning 13. Y'all a puberty blocker. It's like, get away from my daughter.
I thought puberty blocker was going to be John Mulaney and that other dude's new show where they pretend like they're not gay and they animate it.
We're on fire this morning. Happy month, everybody. Analyze. What did we say? Analyze?
I think we said analyze. Like you were going to analyze your friend.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think I said that. But speaking of other friends, let's bring in our guest.
Yeah,
he's comedian Nick Kelly. What's up, dude?
What's up, man? You guys are on fire.
Yeah. How do you? You're an open-minded, fun guy who likes.
No, first of all, let me just say, I want to just say, real quick, because it's Pride Month. You guys are gay.
Thank you, and also with you.
I just and piece of ass be with you as well.
Oh, nice.
Like Bobby looks like a failed rabbi. He understands.
Oh yeah.
I love you, buddy.
Oy vey, I just can't stop with the dicks.
Doing the BF. I was over here going blah, 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 before you do your like how they eat. I lost it. I was like, oh, dude.
Nice. Oh, man. Did you celebrate Pride at all this weekend?
No, I mean, not really. I mean, work fucked me pretty good, but but other than that, no. I mean, I don't know how to celebrate really that good. You were saying something about the you got to dress the age you were molested.
Yeah, I think it's what
I'm over here. I'm like, I got to wear that stupid cap with the propeller every day, the whole month. I don't know.
Bobby, I don't know if in your area this happens, but in Connecticut, this is the 1 month where all the comedians who aren't funny pretend to be gay so they can get on shows. So
I didn't know. I'm learning. I'm learning things too, actually, Bobby.
It's all of a sudden it's like, wait a minute, that comic's not gay. Why are they on that show? It's like I'll take a dick in the ear for a month so I can get 5 minutes. Like, all right.
You'd be like, this guy is just like homo bashing all year, and all of a sudden he's in Northampton in June. You're like, wait,
it's crazy.
Why did Bishop Lounge book this guy? He was like, I heard him say the F word last week.
Did you know it's also Latin American Heritage Month?
No, I thought that was in October.
Because a guy I was working with was mad. All year he's like, all I've done is work Latin rooms all year, and then this month hit and nobody will work me. And I was like, well, we are white. And he was like, yeah, but like it's so hard to be white and not get stage time in this month. I was like, do you think that's our problem?
I think the Latin Heritage Month is October 15th to November 15th, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, then he was just way off. Maybe they were using that as a code, like
no,
Latin American month.
You can come up with what we like to call, me and Pat usually call an uneducated person. And he's fed lies into your poor brain, Bobby, and you brought it on the morning show, and I'm glad we could weed that one out.
Well, worse is that Nick just gave me a fact I didn't know. Guess whose birthday is the beginning of Latino Pride Month?
Yeah, buddy. Nothing says
October 15th, Latinos. That's me.
That's what we do, baby. That's what we do.
Kish, how dare you? According to everyone else, every day is old white men month.
Old wet men. We're still on Pride shit. Old wet men month.
Well, not old wet men. Old wet men is not a month anyone wants. But if you're old and you can still get wet, good for you. You know what I mean? Way to go. Why is everyone asking when is old? This is gonna become a pride rally. This can't be the show, guys.
Yeah,
we have to move on.
It flashed up a second time, like he asked it twice. No, really, when is it? It's probably December. It's probably when Santa comes. That
Put it this way: it's every day. If we can do this podcast and people just, if giant fat ladies get mad later and no one cares, it's every day. It's like, nobody watches our show, but white men who are slightly racist and aren't allowed in Klan meetings anymore anyway. So we're fine. We're nailing our demographic.
You know?
This is an idea I had where we should redo the months to judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin. So, like, June could just be, you're a dirty person month.
You're a dirty person.
January's like asshole month. And then it would be fun because you could put people and be like, hey, are you celebrating your month?
We're not smart enough as a country to execute something like that.
We could execute people depending on what month it is.
My theory really is this. It's not so much as like a gay thing. The thing is, like, the population of the world grows, right? It just keeps growing. It's been growing. It's going to keep growing. But the percentage of stupid people being made stays the same. So yeah, we have some more smart people, but we have a lot more stupid people now, and they keep fucking. So I don't know. I love your idea. We should, but I feel like by the time we get to ass month, everybody's fucking pink-eyed out. You know, like we're just people in Philly. They don't understand the rules.
Philly, God, they don't know Philadelphia. It is not gay month.
I mean, you want to talk about morbidly obese? I'm from Chicago. Those fuckers in Wisconsin are massive. They don't understand the rules. They haven't even seen their ass since they were 15.
Jesus.
Is this all
Gary
true?
Nee, good morning, sir. And hold power. When do we want it? Medicare. When do we want it? At 65. Yeah. They got a chant.
Yes.
But no one cares they protest because they go out there at 4 a.m. to protest and they go fishing and they take a nap. So no one really cares.
Yeah, that's. I was going to say, what demographic you guys must have it starting like 8 in the morning. Like, there's no 20-year-old anybody listening to this.
Well, I'll let you know. We have high school kids that jump on from school.
Yeah, because they have to go to school.
No, they're at school watching on their phones. And getting
fuck yeah. No, fuck. Let me tell you the answers to your math test real quick, kid.
You don't want that. You don't want us giving the answers to anything.
The answer to number 7 is Jews.
POS podcast, and we will answer. Where we're just here all morning helping teenagers cheat on homework. I feel
that would be
that's more ethical than whatever trans stuff we were just
How dare you? How dare you?
I mean, whatever. You guys got trans jokes, and I was trying to write one myself within like the 5 minutes I was backstage. I was like,
well, you're not gonna transition into funny all of a sudden.
I know. I gotta build up my repertoire though. I mean, I haven't been in the game that long. I was like, man, these guys got all kinds of bullets in their gun.
This guy repertoire over here. Bobby, you want to go story first or me?
Sure. Yeah, I've got a story. Pat,
Nick, if you're not sure how this works, Bobby and I will take turns reading stories. Let us present the stories, and then we'll kick it to you. We'll ask you who you think the piece of shit is. Him and I'll do that as well. And you can choose anyone he presents or someone else. You can do any way you want to go with it.
Okay.
So, nice. So, Bobby, go first.
Pat, you want to hear about cops, or you want to hear about loss prevention?
Cops. A Mississippi State trooper is fired after sending sex tape of her and another woman to her colleagues. Nice.
A Mississippi's trooper fired for sending. Okay, we already read that. Mississippi State Trooper was fired for sending explicit images and videos to other cops, and now she and the woman she had sex with on video are suing each other. Mississippi Highway Patrol Trooper Ivana Williams was let go from the agency after distributing the video. The unnamed woman in the video claims Williams said she would delete the tape, but rather she shared it. A Mississippi Department of Public Investigation into her behavior found that Williams sent explicit images of herself to her superiors and visited porn websites on her state-issued phone. The other woman in the tape has sued Williams for $11 million, and now the former trooper has filed her own suit against the woman for $20 million. Williams said the woman's lawsuit has damaged her reputation and business relationship. Williams, who is active on several social media sites, has said that she is innocent or wrongdoing and claims her firing was retaliatory. The unnamed woman says Williams took a video of their sexual encounter without her permission. The filing accuses Williams of inflicting emotional distress, invasion of privacy, defamation, conspiracy, and civil battery. Much of the night is a blur, she said, the unidentified victim. I became unusually and extremely intoxicated. The next morning, I woke up in bed without my clothes on. I was aware a sexual encounter had taken place, but had difficulty remembering any of what happened. The former trooper said that the encounter was consensual and that she only shared it with one other person. The woman filing the suit against Williams is reportedly representing herself after her two previous attorneys withdrew. Williams has maintained her innocence through the proceedings and called her firing retaliatory. Two other state troopers, Julius Hudson and Jeremy Lott, were also fired in connection with the incident. Williams said her firing was discriminatory, claiming that male troopers had done similar and had not been held accountable. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it Williams? Yes, you acted like males did, but you got caught, and if they got caught looking at porn at work, they'd get fired too. Also, if a male had that vague sexual encounter with too much intoxication, I think we'd be dealing with a different lawsuit right now than you are, like, all kidding aside. Is it the woman who hooked up with Williams? If you went out with the intention to hook up, both lawyers have withdrawn from the case, so that might mean that there's something there. Like, if everybody saw the evidence and was like, I'm not representing you here, maybe she is lying. Or is it the Mississippi State Troopers? All I hear cops bitch about is ever since we let women on the workforce, they act like women. They're not like the bros. It's hard. It used to be a place for men to be men. And now she's acting like a man, and you fired her. So who is the piece of shit in this story? Pat, we'll go to you first.
It's not Mississippi. Listen, I'm happy that force is all treating everybody same and equal. You know what I mean? I like that. Like, women can have the sex with people, the men can have the sex with people. I heard even their drug dogs sometimes have videos of tapes of sex with other dogs. At least they're not mixing it up. Mississippi State, I don't know if you know this, they're known for other things too. So if it's just gonna be white people having sex, that's pretty good because their burnings weren't that great. I don't know if you've heard about that book, but that's one that you don't want coming back. So you gotta let's talk and dance sometimes.
Well, thank God she wasn't a firefighter.
Yes.
Then we know why Mississippi was burning.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing too. They're not really firefighters. They call them fire starters. They just drive around going you, because they're trying to find you to burn you. So it's the whole thing.
Is that what that song's about? I'm a fire starter.
Yes, Prodigy was inspired by Mississippi burnings. That's what it was. But and Pride, they put it together. Like, let's do house music while we kill people. It's fun. The piece of shit in this story is the lawyer who's now representing this woman, because you said two of them bailed, said they couldn't do it. One guy went, bring it to me. Like, like that guy is the greatest lawyer of all times. He's like, I don't give a shit. This is wild. He's going to talk about how this is good for women's rights. He's going to say some wild shit. This is going to be a guy who's like, this is a woman who doesn't need to identify as a man to be a man. And like, she's not going to win, but he's going to weirdly become like a feminist lawyer. And it's going to be, he's not ready for that because he probably just used to defend people who robbed bowling alleys. And now he's got to fucking do this. But I like the fact that he was like watching better lawyers. It's like in comedy, Bobby, when like you see a lineup and then you're like, oh, that's a pretty good lineup. You go see the show. And there's one guy on it, like he wasn't on the lineup, and one of the other guys is missing, and you're like, wait, why is this shitty guy on it? It's like, well, that guy couldn't make it. He referred his buddy, he couldn't make it. This guy was just here, and he was like, hey, can I get 5 minutes? Like, can you feature? And he's like, Oh no! And now he's just on the show. That's what this lawyer feels like. He was like, I guess I can also be a lawyer sometimes. I can do it. Can I see video of you guys having sex again? That's probably why he did it. He just wanted to make sure he had access to the video of sex.
That is kind of what I was thinking too.
It's like, yeah, you got to hit the beaten path for me. First of all, I realized that you can replace like this whole story. You can replace the words. What is it? She's a sheriff or a state trooper. You can replace state trooper with congressman, and it would make the same amount of sense.
Congresswoman, how dare you, Nick?
No, it doesn't. No, it would congressman, because this is only something congressmen would do. A female state trooper, I believe, as well. But I don't think Kamala Harris would ever be like, "Hey, yo, I don't know, maybe." Hey, check out this fucking video. I banged this chick the other day. I think I think the judge is an asshole because he knows his docket. He knows exactly what kind of cases he's overseeing that day. He knows he has no business fucking even saying this. I can't believe they're suing each other. It's like, how bad was the sex? I think, no, I'm sorry, I take that back, because we're not looking for the wrongdoing. We're looking for the asshole. The asshole's whoever didn't share the footage to the POS podcast so that we can judge for ourselves. Because if someone was really, let's say if one was a dead fish in bed, like a really bad participator, like they should definitely be at fault. They should be sued. That is defamation, because no one wants to be seen, having
dead
sex.
fish.
Nick, I guess you don't listen to police officers. They're always telling people to not resist. They were just getting in line. Like, that's what they were doing. Like,
but wait,
you watch those taser cop videos all the time. Like, stop resisting, stop resisting.
Were they more mad that she used her state-issued phone or that she used her state-issued handcuffs?
Ooh. My issue is, to combine both ideas here, the piece of shit for me is all the lawyers who dropped the case. Like,
get him, Bobby.
Well, no, just Pat, she has to represent herself because nobody will take her case. And it's like, if you represent this woman, you're at least going to get to see the sex tape.
Yeah.
Like, you're not going to make any money. You're not going to win the $11 million, but you're going to get to see it.
It's about the trophy,
Exactly. So for me, it's that lawyer. Why would you drop that? You get to see it at least.
Yeah.
Because, Bobby, I hate to go on a limb. Some men have had sex.
Well, those men are gay.
Yeah.
But it's still sex.
They got booties, Pat.
Listen, I haven't seen pictures of these state troopers. A picture of them, that's all I would need to know if it's worth the tape. And I'm guaranteeing you, they're not treats.
I bet you she looks like Greta Garfunkel or something. Like,
the world famous Greta Garfunkel.
The
combination of Simon and Garfunkel's worst guy and a child.
Yep. And the Thunberg girl. I mixed them.
I know what you did, but I like Greta. I'm Greta Garfunkel is now the person I want to see everywhere. Speak about rights.
AI, dude. We got an AI Greta Garfunkel.
Oh, Bobby, did you find it? No, it's not, Bobby. I'm not clicking this.
Dude, I swear to God.
Bobby. No, that's the lady that forced.
Yeah, that's the one that's in trouble.
She looks like a little conniving son of a bitch. I tell you, she looks like.
Yeah, but she has a neck. I didn't think she'd have a neck.
Oh, she definitely has a neck. Yeah, she does. Oh,
look, that's not bad.
She has
taking
head,
selfies.
Feet, and toe. Look at that.
Look at that. See, she's trooper hot.
She looks like a 12-year-old boy.
Well, I mean, that's why you find her hot. I think she looks like an adult woman because that's what I like. See, each their own.
In that hat, she looked like an adult woman. No. She looked like Justin Bieber in that state trooper getup.
Stop. How are you seeing men in that? That was not a bad-looking woman.
I mean,
she had too much eye makeup on. She had sunken eye syndrome, but still.
I'm just saying. I didn't think, Bruce Jenner was that much of a looker either, but, Caitlyn.
Right, but if you're thinking about what you thought the two women that were Mississippi State cops were going to look like, I thought we were going to look like two little fat men thumb wrestling.
Well,
that's actually not bad.
I want to see the other girl now.
They're not going to show you the victim, dude.
Well, if she's 320 pounds or something, like this is a story. This is.
No, but that would be the story because then they could say like, overpowering makes sense and all that. That lady doesn't look like she can overpower.
Yeah, if we don't know the dimensions of these people, we can't really just start blaming lawyers.
Terry Nee saying she looks like she took a billy club between the eyes a couple times, and I don't think he means the actual weapon. Hey-o.
Hey.
And Kevin's going to take the bar.
Oh, dude, I would use Kevin as my lawyer for everything. But, Your Honor, they're gay. Thanks, Kevin.
He's not wrong.
Bobby, who's your piece of shit? It's we're all in agreement, right?
That it's the lawyer who wouldn't represent her. Also, I found what you thought the woman looked like, Pat.
Yeah, that's exactly that, and it's cool because she actually wore the number of people that banged her that day earlier. I thought she looked like that, like a Vince Wilfork.
Hey, what the hell's wrong with my video? I can't believe she sued me. I would never do this. I defamated me.
No, do you think if she was less hot, it'd be less of an issue?
I mean, I'm still on the fence about hot. I mean,
because nobody would care about the sex tape. Now I know why they care about the sex tape. Because as sex tapes go, you want to see that one. She's mediocre. You know, like what's her back in the day, Bob? What was the ESPN report? Erin Andrews. Not that she's not. She's pretty, but she's not. She's sports reporter pretty. She's not like super hot. But when somebody was being a creeper and like started following her and doing the videotapes and stuff,
I'll give you that.
I promise you'll get the ability to talk. So we'll put the circles there, and they cut the eyes out. They watched her, and they videotaped it, and they shared it. People wanted to see it because it was hot for a sports lady. Nobody wanted to see Howard Cosell's sex tape. You know what I mean? But if it was just a regular lady, you wouldn't give a shit.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree with you more. I do like that with her in particular, Erin Andrews. They did the old movie painting thing, where they just had an old Napoleon picture and.
I do like that someone watched the movie instead of doing this. All right. The winner of our Husey Award has happened early. He has worked very hard already this morning. But Mr. T. Baggins as the name for the woman. Combining that with the voice Nick did, the picture. Kevin, you are our Husey winner of the day. Thank you, sir.
T. Baggins.
You can take a break because you're going hard. Dude. You are writing at a feverish pace today. I love it. We appreciate you.
We were just doing it just like Kevin loves us. Kevin loves us.
Bobby, any success with any videos at all or no?
Which one did you want to share? Yep, I think I can handle it because it seems
cool.
Like
I would like to do the punch if we could, since we're on like this kind of subject.
Oh, that's not the right button. Yeah, I think I've got it here. Do you want to just play the video first?
Yeah, I think that really helps the story as much as I can. A story came out the other night. A millionaire got in trouble for doing something you're not supposed to do in the streets. So we'll get this up here. And
was caught on camera punching a woman in the face, causing her to fall to the ground on the streets of New York on Saturday evening. Jonathan K., 52, was seen delivering a vicious overhand right at the unnamed woman in Brooklyn, where he lives in a $4 million townhouse in Park Slope. The cause of the confrontation remains unclear. Kay is a managing director at Moelis & Company, a top investment bank in Midtown Manhattan. In the video, the woman is knocked to the floor by the punch as a bystander unsuccessfully rushes to help her.
Unsuccessfully?
Others in the crowd.
Bobby, stop it here because we don't get in trouble for playing too much of the video, the guy thing. But yeah, like so this dude, I guess apparently was seriously just chilling. Everyone saw. Crossing the street. She must have said something or been in the way. And this guy, a millionaire, just punched her right in the face and it just kept walking. Like it was a thing you do. He kind of looked around. I like how he looked both ways before crossing the street. He's more safe with that than he is with, hey, should I punch this lady? The woman covered her injured face and crumpled to the ground just feet away from a second presumably injured person lying on the pavement. But I don't know why that second person was on there. I don't know what was happening. And I think it was like GTA came to life.
Wait.
And all of a sudden everybody's just getting punched. And like all of a sudden there was like 5 stars in the corner of the sky. You're like, what the fuck is that? Like you see Chopper going. It was nuts.
Square button on accident.
And then they contacted the company and they're like, we have become aware that one of our employees is involved in a serious incident in Brooklyn. We take this matter very seriously and are conducting an investigation. Like this happened Saturday. This isn't like an older thing that's now coming out now. It's like late Saturday night. Happy Pride. The company would not confirm whether the employee was Kay or whether he was facing a disciplinary action. Kay declined to comment when reached by the NYPD in the Post, and the NYPD also don't have any more information on the assault. The video doesn't show the moments that led up to the brutal smackdown. I like they call this smackdown, but shows the flustered looking assailant walking away while wearing a jacket streaked with liquid down the front back following the alleged attack. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it a millionaire? Listen, he's a millionaire. He's always allowed to do what he wants. And one day he was probably like, someone's like, you can't do whatever you want. You can't just go out there and punch ladies. He goes, oh yeah? And then he went out there and punched ladies. And he's like, that's what I do. Is it the lady? Listen, if this was like, if we were in Mississippi State, then I'd be like, oh, this is awful. How would she know it's coming? You're in Brooklyn, bitch. Have your head on a swivel. Be ready. And don't profile. The problem was, I bet you she crossed the street to get away from black people who would have saved her. And because she's racist, she got knocked the fuck out by this millionaire guy. Is it the other lady who was just laying on the ground? What were you doing on the ground? And by the way, if I'm walking and I see one lady on the ground, I'm turning around and going home. Too many ladies on the ground. One lady on the ground is too many ladies on the ground. How about the people that took the video footage, put it out there, but you can't find the video before, but got the perfect punch? It'd be different if they got like the aftermath of the punch. They got the strike, or is it the guy who edited that video and showed it to us 4 fucking times in a row? Like that guy was like, you need to see this punch. That lady got dropped. Or is it the fucking his company who said, we did hear one of our employees, your employee, he's a millionaire. I'm guessing he owns it. I don't think he's an employee there. And even if he is, that's not what you're thinking. They're going to fire some guy who probably works there who's like a Puerto Rican guy. And they're going to go, oh, no, we thought it was Mr. K, but it really was Mr. Okay, he's me. I'm sorry. And they're just going to fire that guy for no fucking reason. Well, who's a piece of shit? Bobby, go first.
I do love the idea that they contacted the company and it's just him giving them a press release on himself. We did hear that one of our employees struck a stuck-up bitch on his walk home from the bar last night. But for me, the piece of shit in the story is the woman. You want equality?
One that got punched?
Yeah, you want equality? Get up and punch back.
That was quite the punch.
Yeah, but right before my last game of lacrosse, my senior year, our coach gave us a speech, and he was like, for you 18-year-olds, this is the last time you can legally hit somebody. If somebody punches you in the face,
that's what your adult said to you guys?
Yeah, at 18, once you leave the sport, like you've got one more game to get in all your good shots. Trust me. Like this woman, the guy opened up a can of whoop ass. Like as soon as you get punched, you now have equal say to punch back. That's all I'm saying.
Nick, who's the piece of shit?
She should have got up and swung.
I think that's, first of all, Pat, amazing. That was like a whole Carlin bit. I just listen to you ramble off there for a minute. But I think the lady, I don't remember the second victim laying in the street. I just want to watch it again. But I would say it's the person who was already laying in the street. Stop playing the victim. You clearly weren't caught getting punched on camera. No one has time for you laying in the puddle. Other things are happening. This guy clearly looks like Epstein, and that's what she said to him. And he, types the shit out of her. No one has time for you and your pity party in the street. Get up and walk across, before you get ran over. This is Brooklyn, bitch. Ran over by a car. No one cares about you in the intersection. This isn't New Haven.
But what I like is, okay, there's another lady laying down the same spot, right? So what if they didn't have cameras on earlier and he just makes the rounds? What if that was lady number one? It's the same guy. That's his nice walk. Sometimes when you're stressed out, you go take a walk or you do something. This guy, he goes outside and he walks the block and he punches a lady at the crosswalks. And he dropped one and no one saw it. He's like, yeah, no big deal. No one cares. And he walked back around. And then when he did the second one, there was a camera. So I would love to see his defense if they're like, hey, listen, that wasn't the only lady he punched. Yeah. He didn't pick out this one woman. I thought this punch. It probably could be like, know what his defense could be though, with all the people going around now, like hitting women with like machetes in New York, and the guy who was whacking on the knife. He's like, I'm just using my fist. I'm being nice.
I mean, that's a hell of a defense.
He tried to headbutt my hand. It was the craziest thing I've ever seen, Your Honor.
I have Tourette's. You have to you scared the shit out of me.
You didn't see the part where she tried to take my money. Like,
she just came up and said, Leroy Jenkins, Your Honor. I freaked out. I walked to the left.
She came out of a tunnel.
I walked the opposite direction. I was scared for my life.
Now, when we find out stuff about her, Bobby, let's say we find out what her ethnicity is. Like, I mean, obviously she was white in that punch. But I mean, part of her is black now. But if she's Jewish, does the story change? Because the lawyers can lean into anti-Semitic stuff. If she's Middle Eastern, can it be like Hamas to the face? Like what?
Hamas.
Post will have fun.
Yeah. But if she's just like an Italian lady, they should have been like, "That's Tuesday." You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but like,
yeah. So I don't think we can rule out Chinese because they would have gotten up and done martial arts.
So much.
Yeah.
They could fly.
Jewish. I think if she was Jewish, though, the millionaire probably would have recognized her as like his accountant.
One of us. I
think we can all agree if she was Polish, nobody cares.
No, Terry, it wasn't a robbery because we saw it. He just punched her in the face and walked away.
Yeah, but we don't know. Maybe she had a gun.
I don't know. I don't even remember the second goddamn victim. Like you said, maybe she had a gun.
They didn't show the victim in the video. They just said there was someone laying on the streets nearby.
I was going to say, they panoramaed that whole thing, and I was like, where was the second person on the floor? What an asshole.
It was a two-person robbery. He took out the first one. He's fucking Batman.
First person.
Oh, good morning, Lucas of the Bind, by the way. What's up, dude?
I'm aboard, Lucas.
Yeah, dude, you got math questions, send them over.
No,
Matt, who's your piece of shit?
I know I'm going out on a limb on this, but it's the guy for punching a lady in the face. Maybe don't do that. You know what I mean? I know. I'm crazy, and I don't mean to go against the grain, and want to blame him. But hey, you're a millionaire. Like so many. Nick brought up Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Epstein wanted to do weird shit. So what did he do? Like millionaires do? He bought an island. He got in seclusion. Yeah, people ratted out. Whatever. Rich people always usually buy their own secret lair or hideout or something. Diddy got his own giant homes to do their shit. You can't go out in the street. Listen, when you work up the ranks, you can't act like you're everyday man anymore. You're not, my friend. You can't be out there punching in the streets. You need to go round up homeless people, tell them we'll give you soup and a sandwich if you let me light you up in the face, and then they can't tell anybody, like American Psycho style. You can't go out there in the streets. I know you feel like you want to be like the everyday man and connect with the people, but that's not who you are anymore. You've risen up. You need now to punch people in your own private places. Go get an island. I hear there's one for sale.
You can punch anybody on your island. You're the law.
Yeah, on your island, it's your rules, your punches.
He says everyday man.
I mean, shit. Go to a hospital and find people without arms, and then just punch them. Like you can do whatever you want. No one wants them anyway. What are they gonna do? Go like this? They can't. So you're fine. You just didn't light them up, and then you can give them a hug. The one thing they can't give back. That's worse than getting punched.
Yeah.
They're like, I want to return the favor. You can't return the favor. You have no arms.
Yeah.
Also, you're a millionaire, so if you really want to punch women, just start a charity that's like a woman's shelter through a branch of your thing, and then you could pick up the crops. You got your own training camp.
I mean, I
don't want to teach people shit, Bobby.
I don't know why you start a boxing camp. That fucking hook was deadly.
Bobby got really in. He's like, listen, guys, you want to beat women?
No. You want to beat the best women is my point. Make the Kazakhstan or whatever that Islam are over here.
Guys.
Oh, then it's okay.
Guys, I got a secret for you. If you act now.
Guys, I want to break the news to you, but listen, you seem cool.
That's what he was doing. Hey, lady, I've got a great deal. I'm a rich guy. I got a stock tip. Get closer.
What do you think about the Jews? Hey, come here.
Think about the Jews. That's the worst pickup line.
It works sometimes.
It does, but that relationship ends poorly.
It's better than listen, bitch. Like it really is by like a hair.
What do you think about the Jews is how the Mississippi cop picked up that other woman?
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, but by the way, the perfect answer is I've never thought about them once. They're not worth a thought. You're like, oh, come here.
With arms wide
open. Come to me, and you'll see. There you go. Bobby, you got one?
I sure do. Pet, I know you're well-to-do and probably as wealthy as the millionaire from the last story. But do you ever shop at TJ Maxx or Marshalls?
All day, every day, my friend. Marshalls rules.
I'm a big TJ Maxxinista myself. Well, here's the big story there. Have you ever noticed when you go into a Marshalls or a TJ Maxx, it may not happen near you, but where I'm at least, there's like an armed security guard now. They're taking it a step further and requiring all their employees to now wear a body cam to prevent stealing while they are at work. So if you are an employee of TJ Maxx or Marshalls or Home Goods, you are going to be issued a body cam like we give the police to prevent shoplifting at your job. At least that's how they're phrasing it to their employees. But a lot of the employees are saying, you're just trying to catch us not working. Like, it's going to be a way for the managers to watch you 24/7. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it TJ Maxx and Marshalls for wasting a ton of money? Like, Pat, I don't know if you have, Nick. Pat, I know you worked in retail. The number of times they were like, this is our loss prevention method, and this is the exact way we have to do things. You were like, if we just took that money and hired 3 more employees to talk to customers, none of this would ever be a problem. So is it TJ Maxx and that whole line of business for wasting the money on body cams? Is it the employees? Like, figure out how to loop a video and put it into your body cam. What are we doing here? You know what I mean? Like, treat it like the actual police. Oh, it fell off. I don't know what happened. Or is it Waffle House? Because if ever there was a chain of things that needed people to have a body cam at all times so we could get that footage, it's motherfucking Waffle House. Yeah. And I'm not saying firing anybody. Just start a YouTube channel of best Waffle House fights. You'll make a ton of money.
You are really wasting. Yeah.
Who's the piece of shit? Nick, we'll kick it to you first, and then we'll come to you.
I think you're onto something with that Waffle House thing. I was going to go off the cuff a little something, say those body cams should really go to people that are employed at like Walmart or someplace where like interesting shit happens like second by second. I seen someone fall in Walmart yesterday, an old person, like literally right next to just fell down. It happens all the time. I think the assholes here are the people that are making the cameras. You know, why are you selling cameras to companies that have no interesting shit going on in the aisles? I don't care who's stealing throw pillows and duvets, which is a word I just learned. I don't really care about any of that. If you're going to be selling cameras, you should be selling cameras to the goddamn people at Dunkin' Donuts or the people, or people that need it. The good people at Walmart or I don't know. Where's another shitty place people shop like Goodwill? I shop at Goodwill. I'm a piece of shit. You get cameras on those people, and let's see what happens and tussle. You remember bum fights? You could have a whole bunch of series of those, just people doing that shit in the aisle. It's just like, I mean, go to Walmart. It's like a zoo. It's like I go around with my girl and we're actually grabbing things. I'm like, look at that one. Like they fall down. Look at this lady fell down next to me. Just was walking and just fell and just don't know what happened. 3 Walmart employees surrounded her. Oh man, those are where I need the body cameras. You got to get in there, high definition on the wrinkles, her confused face, the broom she just broke, all that shit. I want that in high definition. Fuck TJ Maxx and Home Goods.
Oh, I feel you there. Now, I will say it's crazy. You had a woman fall at Walmart. I was walking around Brooklyn yesterday, and a woman just fell as I walked past her. It was the craziest shit in the world.
Yeah, because you don't know what to do in that situation.
I shouldn't have punched her in that situation. That is your piece of shit.
Yeah, you don't have enough money to do that. What are you doing? You
went to that guy's boxing camp. That's what it was.
Wait till you hear. Hello, Sharks. I'm here for a 20% investment in my company. We are.
Hey, Sharks. You guys seem cool.
Yeah, you guys know about this fight club I started?
Pat, who's the asshole here, man?
Mark Cuban for not buying that idea. What are you doing, Mark Cuban? That's a great idea.
Shut the fuck up about Caitlin Clark.
Wins. Yeah. Now, first of all, Bobby, I like your idea of Waffle House, but let's raise it because I think the body cam should work for both sides. Strippers should wear body cams. But it can be in the earrings because they're not wearing any clothes. So it's there. But dude, not only is it making sure that men aren't getting creepy and stuff, but if there's a guy, if you want to be able to blackmail people and what they're doing, you can catch somebody with those things. I mean, because what are you going to do? You're going to go, hey, the people that own a strip club are being shady and not truthful. Oh, really? Oh, really? The girl said her name was Diamonds and it's not. Yeah, we know. We know.
She pretended like she really liked me, but it was mainly just because of the attention and money I showed her.
Yeah. It's weird. It's like she really just I heard she never goes in that back room with anyone. That was crazy. And there was no champagne.
I know.
That's just a lie.
Fucking lies. Now, Bobby, to me, I'm going to go a little different route because I have been on both sides. I've been an employee, but I've also been a manager. Now, this is not obviously something that middle management came up with. This is some idiot who never works in the stores, who's on a board that goes, we should do this to stop thievery. And right away, all the middle managers are like, fuck, every employee's going to bitch. But my piece of shit is, Bobby, and I don't know if you meant this when you said this in the story, that you were kind of just implying this or that somebody was quoted as saying this. But you did say one of the employees was saying that they're just trying to make sure we're not working. And if that was actually said, that person is the biggest piece of shit of all times because you got to shut the fuck up. You can't tell them the exact thing they wanted to hear. We used to, at Lowe's years and years ago when I worked there, there was a smoke shack in the back. And people could go out there if you smoked. If you didn't smoke, you only got the regular breaks, but you could go to the smoke shack. So my friend said to me, too bad you can't take breaks. I said, oh, no, I smoke. And he's like, what? Yep. I'll just go out with you guys and I'll sit there. I'll just keep saying I forgot my cigarettes, but I'm bumming one. I've never smoked a cigarette day in my life, but I would go there. But then one guy said out loud, he was while we were outside, a manager was walking out there and said, man, will we all get in trouble if they found out Pat isn't smoking and out here, like just yelling it out loud? And I'm like, now we will, asshole who yells out loud. Why are the guy who's yelling out Scooby-Doo's plan before you pull off the mask? Shut the fuck up. If this lady's like, oh no, if they get cameras, they're going to see that I don't work. Shut the fuck up. I mean, because if they catch you on camera, it's the first time that they know you don't work. You can't be like, yeah, well, that's just Tuesday. Fucking, I'm not saying you should work hard at TJ Maxx or Home Goods or any of these fucking places. It's not worth the job. The pay isn't worth the shit you're dealing with. You're putting cams on them. Now, I think the thing would be right away, if I was an employee, I go, cool, management's wearing them too, right?
Yeah.
And they're like, what? No, it's not just us out there because I want a body cam. I want to know when it's on and off. If I have to go in the back and talk to you, are you wearing a cam too so they can see how you speak to me sometimes? Or how you don't listen to what I said. When you say, oh, you didn't tell me you wanted that day off in 2 weeks from now. I'm like, I fucking said it 20 times. And you said I didn't have to put it in the computer. You said I did it. Are the management going to wear them too? I think go a step further. I think if you're going to go body cams, and by the way, Nick is saying there's a body cam salesman out there just doing his job, going door to door selling body cams. I've got a deal for you. If they go there, give them to everybody, Bobby. Everyone gets a body cam. Employees, shoppers, fucking babies in carriages, anyone else, your fucking therapy dogs. You walk in fucking Marshalls, you get a cam. Everyone's got a cam. Now shopping's fun because some people are going to be like safe, obviously, and I don't want to get in trouble. But some people are going to play to the camera, and that's going to be a good time. And now Marshalls has a TV show or a website you want to go to. It's like you get to go watch your shopping. And it's even nicer. You can have a nicer part where like some guy's like, I do this because my grandma can't go shopping anymore, so she feels like we're shopping together. And someone else goes, yeah, I do this because my wife thinks I try to fuck everybody who works at Marshalls, and I'm trying to prove to her I'm not. So give out cams. I'm fine with cams with everybody. Cam them all up. Who gives a shit? But if you're going to blow it by saying you're going to find out that we can't work, you're the fucking piece of shit. Shut up. Everyone should punch you in the street like a billionaire in fucking Brooklyn.
It all comes back to that fucking guy. That salesman's not doing his job. He's either not selling.
He's not selling enough.
You
got to dig till the well's dry.
All the people or the right people, guy. You got to just. By the way,
in sales. Oh, good.
Oh, so I was going to say that state trooper story. Like, well, we should see the body cam footage for that. Speaking of which,
yes. In sales and in comedy and everything else, it's the same thing. We have to find the pains. If you want to start a comedy show somewhere, Bobby, and you go to a bar and you can go, oh, I want a Saturday night. They're like, our Saturday nights are busy. You're like, oh, never mind, dude. No, you walk in the door and you say, what? Hey, what's your slow night? They tell you about Mondays. You explain to them what you can do, how you can help them out. You find out their pain, and you give them the offer for the pain. They're like, well, I don't want shows where nobody's a professional. I don't want all amateurs yelling. But he still wants something earlier in the week. It's like, oh, okay, if you don't mind giving me like $100 or something, I can do this showcase. It's kind of like that. It's not the same as an expensive show later on. You're not going to get big names. You might sell some tickets, and you find their pain, and you do that. The camera guy should have come in and be like, what's the problem? And they'd be like, we have the worst store ever. We're basically a third world country. We're shit. Have you seen us? We're getting the t-shirts that we send to the Africans that they send back. Like, that's what we sell here. It's like Bart Simpson, he looks Chinese in this picture. And it says Bert Simpson. And no one even knows who the fuck that is. We're selling that one. And we can't even put it on retail yet. That's our hottest seller. It's like, all right, I've got a thing for you. You know, everybody here is a white trash piece of shit, and they go, whoa, whoa, whoa. I go, listen, lady, just call a spade a spade. By the way, I know you can't call spade a spade anymore because you got fired for that. But what I'm saying is, you got to understand what you are. Let's put cameras on fucking everybody. You want to show, does no one believe you about the shit you see at work? Like, nope. Here you go. And we can say it's for lost profession. If it's for lost prevention, then therefore your company will write it off, and they can say it's for that, but you get access to it because you're the manager, and you can all day watch this, and you can sell bootleg things and leak them out and make extra money on the side. This sales guy he missed the opportunity.
He did.
I think my piece of shit's actually, if you take it a step further, because they make this hyper light sensitive material that obscures you on camera, and it's designed mainly for like paparazzi. So like, you know, Paris Hilton wears a scarf that obscures everything. Go to the employees.
Yeah.
Go, hey, we're giving you a buy one get one free deal. You never want to be caught on camera. Here's this material, and then you start selling that at TJ Maxx. So it's like, hey, are you a shoplifter at TJ Maxx? All you got to do is spend $29.99, and then you can shoplift away.
I mean, it's a short solution.
So it's a long profit gain. Also, Terry, that's not breaking news. That happened.
I was about to say that too. That happened like earlier in the weekend, but we haven't been on the show since it happened. That's so fair. He is right in that regard. But yeah, Caitlin Clark got dropped off the women's the national team, but people have said that the girl has not taken a day off forever. She would usually the NBA draft doesn't do that. You don't get drafted, then 2 weeks later you're playing. Like Major League Baseball does that, but you go into like minor leagues and shit, you don't really have to report much if you sign right away. But in basketball, this girl went right away and just had to start playing right away. She hasn't had time off, and to be honest with you, I don't think it's the best thing for her to do right now. I think it's better to be around that team that's trying to build together than her go there and deal with other women who are mad, because let those women be the stars. Also, here's what I want to happen, and I hate to say this, I want that team to win the silver. So they're like, we do need Caitlin. And then when Kobe had to come in, when Coach K was the coach, they're like, we need to bring Kobe in.
The first point I want to make is, why would you plan, if you're Team USA basketball, your national camp during the women's Final Four? Did you just go, we're not taking any people who were, you know what I mean? Like, that seems stupid to start with. And then kind of like you said, Pat, the only thing I could think is maybe the Team USA is like, hey, no one in the world competes with us. We don't need the media circus costing us a gold medal here.
No, you know supposedly it's because they believe they really are cocky enough. I've heard this from many different people. They're cocky enough to think they're like the dream team of the men, where they don't. The college players aren't important. The ones that were actually playing at a higher level at that point and being coached better, they don't think they need them. So they always think they're just going to grab a Christian Laettner and then be fine with the rest of the players, which is insane.
Just nuts.
So. Yeah, I don't know if you know this, Bob, Nick, but we are the number one WNBA source in all of podcasting. We talk about WNBA way more than anybody fucking else.
Wait, what is that?
That's Women's National Basketball Association.
I just got you to say it.
I know. I liked what you did. It was almost worked until you had to explain the joke.
Yeah, no, great. I liked all of that sequence.
Bobby, do you want to? There was something we were going to do today, but we need to discuss it, so I don't want to do it today.
Okay.
And I'll say it flat out. We got to figure out the V problem before we do this move.
We got to figure it out, yeah.
And V's in there. We love you, dude. You're the best. But like, we're thinking of doing the first hour for all the streaming. So we're streaming now on Facebook as well, and on X and everything, and Bobby's X as well, and all spots. But the second hour just being YouTube, so people come on and just stay on the channel. But since there was that issue with V not being on there, I don't want him to like lose out in the show. So we got to figure out how he can stay on fucking YouTube, and then we'll do that over there. So,
okay.
Unless he can't watch it on there, if he lets us know, then we'll do it. But then we'll start that later in the week once we figure that shit out.
You guys are big Caitlin Clark fans, then?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love Caitlin Clark. I'm a big fan. I like Angel Reese too. I think she should have been on there. I think you don't like Angel Reese. Well, I mean, she's not from Chicago Sky. I'm from Chicago. I gotta root for the Sky.
Yeah, but she wasn't. Did the Chicago Sky exist when you were there?
No, not until I knew Caitlin Clark was a thing. I didn't know
yes.
Chicago Sky existed.
You got a team.
But I'm a huge fan. Let me tell you, I've been a week-long fan, and this is
no. But V, you can't come over. I always say no need to figure it out. I can still watch. but can you come over to YouTube? Or does my dumb thing still have you fucking blocked? Because I want you to be able to come over when we do it and watch it there. So that's all. We want to make sure that you're good, man. We appreciate you. All right, Bobby. Can we do the other video?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I'll start this one by saying, have either one of you ever been to a bullfight before?
No.
Not like Spanish conquistador shit. I'm talking about country rodeo bumpkin shit. You know, where they have the clown and people are in there and they're chanting and like, and all that kind of shit.
Rodeo.
Have you ever been to one of those?
Like, you mean a rodeo?
Yeah, rodeo.
Yeah,
I've been to a fucking rodeo?
Yeah.
Because, okay, well, you're trash. I have not been there, but like I've heard about it and I hear it's fun. But I've always thought the same thing as everyone else. Wouldn't it be crazy if the bull could get into the audience and do stuff? Well, that happened in Oregon. The bull leaped into the fucking over the wall and went right on muck while they were at a rodeo. Bobby, can you pull that video or no? Yeah.
Yeah.
Now we'll let the news lady talk for a second and we'll figure it out from here. Here we go.
Yeah. Video taken from the stands shows a bull break through and jump over a fence to get out of the ring, and then ran through the rodeo grounds. More now from ABC's Jacqueline Lee.
Tonight, 3 people are recovering after a bull escaped from an arena during a packed rodeo event.
Trampled a couple of people.
Take a look at this stunning video as mass confusion unfolds Saturday night in Sisters, Oregon. You see the exact moment when a bull jumped.
Yeah, dude, how scared would you be? You're sitting third row.
We have potential 3 patients
that jumped the fence, and I was like, this is going immediately wrong. I know this is not supposed to happen, because everyone started panicking.
Oh, shit, lady.
Sisters Rodeo Association releasing a statement saying the incident occurred during the final section of the bull riding event, and the rodeo announcer immediately activated the emergency response plan. The bull ran through the rodeo grounds and back to the livestock holding pens, adding, it was secured next to the livestock holding pens by our rodeo pickup men and immediately placed into a pen. First responders confirmed 3 people were injured as a direct result of the bull.
Sisters Rodeo says fan safety is a top priority, and the final performance of the rodeo is tonight. Lindsay.
Jacqueline, intense moments there, I think.
Well, I'll be Jacqueline it to you later on. Back to you, Bobby. All right.
Crackling, man.
Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it people going to rodeos? What are we doing? And we got past this. Let's not putting bulls in a fucking circle. Angry ass animals pissing them off, cutting off their balls or whatever, and then wondering sometimes when they get nuts. Is it anyone who was in that audience who had to wait for the fucking rodeo emergency assistance plan to go off? Fucking run. Like, what is the rodeo emergency assistance plan? I hope you have a gun because you're going to need it. It's a fucking bull. Is it the bull? It's like, dude, come on. You got a pretty good life. You know what I mean? Yeah, your job's either fucking cows or fucking being a star. You get to do a little bit of both. You don't need to jump into people. Maybe he just thought he was stage diving. Maybe he thought he was being cool. But then he got a little nuts. Is it the 3 people that got injured? There was a lot of people there. They all knew to get out of the way. You're the idiot holding. I hope one of them was holding the phone. I hope that video footage comes out. Being lit up like that, that's the body cam. That's what you need. Bobby, that's where they should sell them. Everyone in the audience of rodeo should have a body cam in case they get fucking hit. That's what we need to have.
That would be good.
Or, by the way, they didn't say it in the story. The name of the bull, and I'm not kidding you, his name is Party Bus. You can't name him Party Bus. Don't think he's not going to be a party bus. That motherfucker's going to fucking stage dive and get crazy. Party Bus? That's a crazy ass fucking name. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Nick, go first.
Yeah, first of all, how much do you think a bull weighs?
Like a couple thousand pounds, right? That's 1,000 pound thing right there.
Pounds at least. How tall is that gate? That's got to be at least like a yard up, right? It's got to be.
Well, they stand. When you see those guys stand, they're usually like about here. So I would say 5 feet.
Yes, you're talking about a 500-foot piece with a 5-foot vertical. That's scary. You want to talk about an athlete? That's a party bus.
Well, you said you like Angel Reese. That's just her.
Yeah, I'll give you that. She is a Chicago Bull. But anyway, literally.
Hey-o.
Yeah, let me put the head on forward, little across. Anyway, I think there's 2 assholes in this story. I think the first asshole was that guy later in the footage where saw him in the middle of the grounds, backing up straight, just doing this in front of the bull like that was going to help. He fucking took him out. Yeah, you asshole. Fucking straight away. I don't need an
I'm not gonna lie, I probably would do that too. I wouldn't know what to do. I'd probably be like, fuck, my arms are gonna do it.
He doesn't care. He just jumped a gate. This guy's named Party Bus. You're not gonna
listen. That's like the guy who, when you hit the brakes in the car and you put your arm like this to stop the other person. Your arm's gonna snap off. What are you doing? You're being an idiot. Get out of the way.
There's a good nurture right there, plowed into the ground, asshole. Fucking, and the second asshole is obviously the people that just like fucking stood there. Like the other, because they said the people at the campgrounds, like the people did the emergency alert, he ran through and they tied him to the pen. And the people just kind of like watched him and then like report him on him, like, oh, he would just tied him up. He's in the pen now, no big deal. Like 3 people didn't just fly or get gored to death, but he's in the pen now. Everything's great. Party Bus is safe.
We got him. He's good. No harm, no foul. So he had 3 fouls at least.
He's going to the rodeo anyway. All those people are assholes too.
Yes. Bobby.
It's the 3 people who got gored.
Yeah.
Nice.
And here's why. We've all gone to sporting events, right? Whether it be a football game or a basketball game. And without a doubt, there's a drunk asshole sitting by you who goes, I could do that better. And like is giving out the points like, oh, you got to come off the block. And you're like, you weigh 400 pounds. I don't think you ever played running back. Where were all the wannabe rodeo people that night? Yeah. Right? You're up in the stands, jump on the bull, put him down. That's what a real cowboy would have done. Not a bunch of posers with their fake ass belt buckles up in the stands, right? If you're a real country boy, throw a lip in and go tame that thing.
Yeah,
he's used to it, by the way. The bulls know all they have to do is buck for 12 seconds. And then they get as much food as they want. Like you pointed out, Pat, they have a great life. If somebody barebacked that thing, just hopped on it and rode it for a few seconds, Party Bus is going to calm down.
Party Bus.
Party Bus? No, you be riding the Party Bus.
That's my point. You ride the Party Bus.
He rides you. Wow, just sends you flying. That's crazy.
First of all, Bobby, if the running back for next year's Oregon Ducks team is not called Party Bus because of this, because it's happening in Oregon, that's crazy. His nickname's got to be Party Bus.
Dude, the Party Bus.
First of all, and second of all, I'm shocked that rodeos are still happening with the way that PETA is and everything like that. I'm very shocked that they have not had any ability to shut that down. It just proves that if you got a cowboy hat and some chaw, you don't listen to no lady and her law. You know what I mean? It's really what it is.
Guns.
PETA doesn't have
and guns. I forgot about guns. Guns are always important. But the piece of shit in this story is the people that were able to secure the bull after. And they said without any incident, and that's what they do. Well, that's what you do. And you're real good at it. Where the fuck were you while they were running over 3 other people? If you're around that all the time, I get it. You're in the back smoking, going, whatever, it's part of us. He don't ever jump nothing. He's not like Mandingo, the other one, whatever the names they have for these bulls that are super racist.
Fu Manchu.
Like,
yeah.
Here comes.
That makes you.
But how do they not? I get it. They're all supposed to be. It's an instant. Okay, once it jumps in, like you said, you don't grab him right away. But that bull got around for a while. They said until he made his way back to the pen. Then because he was tired from a long day of running people over. It's a big day. You know what I mean? It's like when you bring a kid to Disney World and then they pass out at 5:00 while you're there. It's like they weren't ready for that kind of excitement. He thought he was just going to run around in circles, and he's like, oh wait, I can go out there. That's a good time. That must be cool when they learned that. But now that bull Party Bus, he can't ever compete again. Because once you've done that, once you get that taste, you want high score, but once you get that taste, there's no way you're not doing that again. Because by the way, now you got to build taller walls. That would be fun though. If they built a 10-foot wall and he doesn't understand and he tries to do it and he just fucking smacks into the thing and pancakes himself. That's fun. But then they'll sue. PETA will sue now, saying that the people that built it hurt the animal because they built the wall higher.
It just drives me nuts. Literally one of the events at the rodeo, Pat, is they pretend like a cow has gotten loose and you have to lasso it and tie it up. Where were those homies?
Where were the lasso guys?
We don't know what to do here. All right, boys, we got a live one. Go get her. Like, what are we doing?
I can't believe it. But if you ever almost killed 3 people before, it is exhausting. I understand.
I can see that. Yeah, like that guy Daryl Brooks when he was driving his car through that parade and he got in trouble. Like, he got a lot more with his car. Yeah, and that was kind of like a party bus.
Yeah, well, it was, and he was tired after.
Listen, I know we don't do this much in America, but we should look to our northern brothers and learn from the Canadians. You want to stop crazy people from doing stuff? Plexiglass, baby. You just put it up there. You got the regular. You can see there should be plexiglass at the rodeo. I get it. A lot of them jump up and over. Just get a penalty box door. Why? How is there not in all sporting events? I get it. We want to be part of it. A baseball, we don't even think about that. But every day, a lining up 90-mile baseball, it flies off on someone's bat and crushes somebody in the face, and we're like, that's just part of the game. Like, it really should be part of the game. They let go with a bat and crack someone in the head. It's nuts. All you have to do is put plexiglass up, and you're fine. Yeah, the foul ball, and now you save money because the foul ball bounces off the plexiglass. It goes there. It's foul, and now you have the ball back. You're not losing $1 billion a year on baseball. There was money that much lose on just launching baseballs for people and just let them take it. It's stupid. Plexiglass. And where's the plexiglass salesman? Dude, not just for hockey anymore.
Jose Canseco.
Baseball is like 500 pounds. That would be ridiculous.
Jose Canseco would think he's stuck in the TV.
That's going to stop the party bus. I think you need steel cages, like something he can't jump over. How the fuck are you that heavy and you got a vertical? I just want to say, if there's not pro scouts there trying to get that bull on an NFL team.
Yeah, Glenn Big Baby Davis. That is
exactly. Called Zion Williams party bus.
Exactly. That bull did kind of look.
He did look like Zion.
He did have the calf. He had the calf. I saw the calves.
You were saying, Bobby?
Oh, just if they put plexiglass on baseball stadiums, Jose Canseco would think he was trapped in the TVs. He'd like put his face up and be like, "Let me out!"
Yeah. Now that'd be wild.
Bobby, you got one?
I do. Pat, do you know who Darren Waller is?
Darren who?
Darren Waller.
Yeah,
your sound is down for some reason. I don't know what that is.
Do you know who Darren Waller is?
There you go. No, I do not.
He's a tight end for the Giants.
Okay.
And he was dating, because as you put it out, we are the #1 Women's National Basketball Association podcast, Kelsey Plum.
In all the land.
So Darren Waller was dating Kelsey Plum. Do you know who that is? She's like the sexy one.
Yeah, she's like
sexy
the
one?
sexy one.
Yeah.
She's the one worth looking at.
Bobby does not like black girls.
No,
Bobby loves black girls.
Yeah, that's
Bobby loves Brittany Griner more than anyone ever should.
Kelsey Plum is sexy.
I don't know. I didn't realize.
Go ahead. Keep reading.
My girl was coming under such fire here.
Sorry. Go.
So that is.
Wait, she's not sexy. She was like a roadie for Kiss. She's not hot at all.
Why I'm laughing?
All right. Well, Kelsey, you see who the members of the POS show you should be friends with are. That's all I'm going to say there. But that's not why we're talking about Kelsey today. She was married to Darren Waller, and they got a divorce. And Pat, he did not take it well.
No.
If you were a star tight end who's arguably hot, WNBA wife just divorced him, how would you react?
By being when I was a New York football player, by going to strip clubs and getting hoes.
That seems to be a common move, Nick. Probably something similar, right?
I mean, I'd go find an actual a woman.
Similar answer. Well, he was so shaken up he retired from the NFL, but before he did, he decided to write a country western song about his ex, Kelsey Plum. So, what do I have to share with us today? I have Darren Waller's Who Knew?
Oh, no. He made a video?
You know, in life, it's hard to love. It's hard to be free. It's hard to give all of your soul and
So,
Wait, Bobby, can you pause it for a second?
Yep.
Is that her?
No, it's a fake Kelsey Plum. That's supposed to be
I was
her.
gonna say, because like A, she was pretty, and B,
thank you.
There's no way that he would have been able to get her to be in the video.
Yeah, I don't know. She's not look at that head. She got a Pat Outs hairline.
It is nice. Yeah, but she also has that part as a girl who tries to do pigtails when he wants to pretend like he bangs kids. You know what I mean? Like, she has that move.
She looks like she ran into like a face mask makeup, and that's how she just like.
Yeah, they're like, we need you to do this role. Can you look lesbian-y? Like, hey, I can do it. Can you also go into the woods with a black guy? She's like, am I gonna make it out of this alive? Like, probably not. What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? This guy's gonna sing country music. She's like, I'm out.
Wait, just murder me.
Thought love was real. Who knew that love could kill?
So why don't we cut this off? And this is gonna get us stopped because I'm sure this guy's gonna be the one that the world's shitting on him, and I'll guarantee you he's gonna strike everybody that plays his shit. But yeah, okay, so that's a weird move to do when you're getting divorced and then retire. Is he retiring to now become a singer?
No, I think he's just retiring because when I read the report, I didn't know about this. All the stuff that Bobby brought up is fucking awesome. I just knew he was retiring, but I just said that he was. Didn't say anything about him pursuing anything. He just wanted to step aside from football, or so. I'm assuming he's just depressed. I don't know if it's for. I hope it's not for a music career. Anybody with the word purpose tattooed to their neck, I don't trust. They got a really good close-up of that tattoo. I just want to say there is no purpose to that tattoo. But
I just want to say, Kelsey Plum, if you're watching, I know you live in New York, and you're maybe a young balding comedian who can also help pigeonhole our kids into the NBA/WNBA. Just throwing that out there, Kelsey.
We love WNBA here at the POS show. Kelsey Plum, date my boy, date Bobby.
Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it Pat for not wanting to jump on my side about how attractive Kelsey Plum was? Is it?
He's gross. He's plum gross.
Is it Kelsey Plum? You're dating a tight end in the NFL. That's about as good as you're going to do as a WNBA superstar. You know what I mean? Maybe he sounds like he didn't cheat or anything. It just didn't work out. You know, is it that? Is it Darren Waller? God, if only you did something for a living that could let you take out all the aggression you're feeling about your divorce. You know what I mean? Like, if only there was a positive way to channel all of that anger.
Maybe you were allowed to legally just hit men and then, like push them with all your might. Maybe that there was something in wearing pads and being safe.
And sometimes you could even blindside them and do illegal things, and you only sit out one play.
Sometimes you could kill people, and then you still could get a Super Bowl ring, like Aaron Hernandez.
Sometimes you can be the coach's son and drive drunk and kill a family of 4, and then you just get to coach in the Super Bowl the next week.
Yeah.
So is it the coach of the Giants for not giving Darren the talk that my lacrosse coach gave me, where, hey, man, I know you're upset, but if you leave, you're never allowed to legally hit somebody. Who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it me for laughing at this man's pain when I would have handled it probably much worse if somebody as hot as Kelsey Plum left?
Oh, you'd be so sad.
We'll kick it to Nick first.
Where you guys come up with these options of who's at fault is great.
We just make them up on the spot. That's the fun part of the show.
I'm throwing the blame to this dude's tattoo artist because you knew what you were doing when you tattooed that thing on his neck. This man looks, he's tatted up and not in a good way. And first of all, that wasn't even a country song, too. The other asshole is the engineer who said this is a good country song. It's not a good point. Song. It's maybe not even a song. It just sounds like a whole bunch of
auto-tune,
like xylophone and all that symphony,
xylophone,
whatever.
All xylophone.
Other things that start with X. Just the sound engineer and his tattoo artist. They're both equally culpable in this, and that's where I stand on this. I don't give a fuck. Nice. Fuck them straight in the ear.
Oh no, in the ear.
In the ear with purpose.
Like, Kelsey liked it when I fucked her in the ear. I'm sad now.
She said it hit her penis.
They used to call her titties her plums or something.
Good morning, Jim Grindle.
Good morning, Mr. Grindle. It could be Obama for encouraging him to do country, Terry.
He said that in every fucking thing so far.
I didn't see him work Obama.
Terry Nee always thinks it's Obama.
Who's your piece of shit?
My piece of shit is Post Malone.
Ooh, he could have
because Post Malone, because he recently, if you don't know this, has leaned into country, and the songs he's leaked out are fucking fire. The Morgan Wallen one is amazing. The one with Blake Shelton, where they just showed up at Blake's place and sang that song, and there's gonna be a whole album of that. Post Malone's the kind of guy that when he goes through something in life, he makes a change in the music he's doing, and like fucking crushes it every time. And I think because of this, other men who are good at one thing think they can do that too. If you listen to this song, this sounds like with the auto tunes, someone's influenced a little bit by Post Malone, trying to do something that's gonna do country and thinking he can sing about heartache. But there's a problem. You don't have Post Malone money. Yes, you have tight end for the Giants money. I mean, you're not Mark Bavaro, but you're still tight end for the Giants money, and you think you can do something with this. The problem is you don't know what your demographic is. This can't be the song. The song can be whatever it is, I guess. But Post Malone's video would have been something, either a fun party or celebrating that bitch being gone. You know what I mean? That would have been, that's how he does it. It would have been like, you're gone, so now that's my Super Bowl. Like if he put out that song in country, like this is my Super Bowl, and he's just holding the divorce papers, and he's also, then that's the ultimate diss, fuck you.
That would be great.
But instead, when he's just doing this sad thing in the fucking, like he looks like he's on the set of Breaking Bad in the woods somewhere, just like hanging out with some white lady, it just gets all goofy and stupid. So they really should have tried to make a better video for him, and he shouldn't even been in it. You should have just had other things there. But it's because Post Malone is teaching all these people, oh, if you can just do more than one thing. No, you can't do more than one thing. Post Malone is the Bo Jackson of music. He can do all the things, and he's just naturally good at it. You're Waller, who's not even it stinks. It has a white guy's name. If you said, when you first said, you know, Derek Waller is, I was going to go, okay, what did this white cop do? Whose neck did he kneel on? That's what I thought it was. He has kneeling on neck name, but that's not who he is. Hello, Mr. Funny Hands in the Pants. What's going on? So yeah, my piece of shit is Post Malone. Bobby, who's yours?
My piece of shit is his friends. So that's kind of a vague answer, but like we've all had our heart broken.
You know he showed that to at least one of his boys before he put it out for the world to see.
No one pulled him aside and was like, "Hey man, this isn't the move." And more specifically, the exact person I want to blame is another musically inclined tight end. Did you guys know Greg Olsen rapped?
Yeah.
Yeah, back in Miami.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, we can't play that one.
Oh, did they shut that down already?
No, Bobby. Have you heard the lyrics?
They're amazing.
G-Reg, 7th floor.
I can't think of anything better to play on the show than those lyrics.
So for me, it's, you know, and I would encourage anybody to check out the G-Reg rap. I guess according to Terry Nee, Julie Edelman has dropped some rap as well. I'm gonna have to check that out after the show.
A lot of them have.
Don't interrupt me when I'm talking to my mom, Edelman. That's my favorite Edelman story. So yeah, for me, Greg Olsen probably a piece of shit in this story. Or, you know, honestly, the other piece of shit, if we're really putting it out there, would probably be Darren Waller himself. Like, what did you do to drop that ball?
Yo, Bobby. Bobby.
He had a penis.
I mean, so his balls dropped, and then she said he dropped the ball.
I mean, I guess, okay, we're going back to the State Trooper hot thing. I guess she's WNBA hot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, Diana Taurasi is my go-to, but she's had her nose broken a dozen times. Yeah, it's as big as mine now.
All right. I think we have to help out our friend Mr. Hands in the Pants. He seems to have a problem here. So I'll read the story first. Good morning, guys. Got a call from the woman at 1:30 a.m. She asked if I ever had a COVID shot. She said yes, and she got livid and claimed I had AIDS, even though I tested negative. Was saying it could spread to her. Hold on, I'll go here. Her, if we fucked, are we going to have blood sex? She said, don't be stupid. I said, that is why I wear a condom. She was silent because I know she hates them. She wants me to go natural voodoo doc for her. Now, that was it there. How do we help him out? What should he do?
Punch her in the back of the head and put a condom.
Yeah, but she knows him. Like that other guy couldn't be identified at first.
I feel like there were so many facts said so fast. There
was a lot going on there.
Like the
hold on.
And then
wait, there's more. But yes, that is my morning arguing over COVID. Oh well, good morning, guys. Yeah, COVID's tough, man. That's a tough conversation to have. It can always lead to AIDS and blood sex. You know that. They always tell you that all the time. My parents always told me, don't talk about COVID, religion, or sex at the table because it's rude. And then my grandma always said it can lead to blood sex, and then it can lead to anal rape. I was like, thanks, Grandma. So, Mr. Hands in your pants, keep fighting the good fight. Know what I should do, and I know this sounds wrong, and I don't want to lie to your woman. Tell her you got a COVID shot. Just say okay. Or unless you didn't want that, I don't remember, then say you didn't. Whatever it is, just lie to her. She seems nuts. I don't think you're going to be okay on your own. You really need a body cam.
Tell you're part of the AIDS Vengers.
The AIDS Vengers are there.
Just
Terry,
lie.
I don't think, Terry, that's the suggestion at all. No one said pregnancy at all.
Yeah, I was going to say.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Hands in the Pants. There's more.
Just lie and tell her you're not wearing a condom.
There is more. Break down the first part where you were just like, I don't have COVID. And she goes, you have AIDS.
Oh, yeah. Oh, God damn it. That's why the blood, because of the voodoo.
Oh, she wants voodoo to get my blood drawn.
Yeah, she wants to do voodoo rituals because she doesn't like regular doctors.
Oh, well, here's my advice to you, Hands in the Pants guy. Move out of New Orleans.
Yeah, where the fuck you are. V's right. Blood sex without ritual sacrifice? That sounds lame. 1 out of 10. Not crazy enough. You're right, V. That ain't nothing.
V.
That's just regular Tuesday shit.
I bet V's safe word is yes.
V's safe word, whatever he wants it to be. So I'm glad we can help Mr. Hands in the Pants. We always appreciate you chiming in.
Hands in the Pants, yeah.
Out of Nolans with the voodoo.
Bobby, you know how you're not allowed at playgrounds anymore? Well, we got a good story.
Oh, boy.
I'm kidding. You're allowed at playgrounds. But there's a New York playground. There's a problem happening in a New York playground. Because tensions are at full swing. Get it? Swing. Because they're on a swing. After posh prep school kids move in on newly beautiful public housing playground. Basically, in the Upper West Side, they redid a playground and made it fucking beautiful. And it was always a hood playground where hood kids played and they did their shit. It was their area they did. But because they did it up real nice, the tensions have gone crazy. It's West 90th Street, Bobby, between Amsterdam and Columbus. Housing project residents battled to keep private school families, including those from this posh $64,000 a year Trinity School, out of their newly renovated playground. Once they redid the playground, everybody and their mama started coming, said Cheryl Russell, 62, a 13-year-old resident of the sprawling Stephen Wise Towers. Do you think Stephen Wise is excited who lives in his towers?
If he was wise, he would have thought differently.
Yeah, I don't think Stephen Wise would like that kind of thing. They give us these looks like we visitors. The nasty tug-of-war escalated last week when signs forbidding non-residents from Cassone Playground, also known as Llama Park, which I wonder where that came from. All these crackhead be looking like llamas walking around like, we call that shit. For its collection of concrete horses often mistaken for llamas. Oh, I'm sorry. It was more retarded than that.
You should have kept reading. You should keep reading.
Well, that's the fun with humor. Sometimes you make a joke, you're like, oh, my joke's better than their real retarded thing.
No,
my bad.
I surmised wrong.
Can't you read? Angry residents have shouted at park goers, referring to the new and often ignored signs. One nanny said a resident yelled at her, "You tell them other nannies they can't be coming in here no more either." Residents contend that they have a right to restrict access. They say the rich kids disrespect residents in the space, which was renovated earlier this year after a private management company took over the New York City Housing Authority property in 2021. I've heard kids say in several classes, "Oh, I can't play with you because you're black," or "Why are you in my park?" said Russell. And there's a picture of Russell going, "Oh," like that. So that's in case you're wondering. Some people have gotten too comfortable, she said, letting their kids run through and even pee in the gardens because there are no public bathrooms. That resulted in a neighbor temporarily hanging a sign that read, "Curb your child." That's a fun sign to put up. They beautiful the place. They beautiful the place. Oh, beautified. I'm sorry. They beautified the place. Why can't we keep it that way? Russell's a great quote person. Some tenants say more outsiders than residents fill the park some days. It's okay if you want to come, but don't monopolize. We love all kids, but treat everybody the same, said someone else who was there. She once witnessed a resident tell a man it was against the rules to have his dog in the park. The man turned around and said, "Shut up, you bitch." Great quote from that guy. The police were even called to the location twice regarding disputes, but no arrests were made. According to sources, the NYPD could not give specifics on the incident. On May 24th, before the official signs went up, someone taped the gate closed and hung up flyers saying, "This park is for Wise Tower residents only, and this is not a public park." And they showed the signs there. They're pretty shitty little signs. Though there has been confusion over whether the park is public, the residents appear to be within their right to limit access. The playground is not under jurisdiction of the city parks department, according to officials. Campuses are private property, a spokesman said for the authority, told the Post, adding that Wise Towers residents have expressed concerns about access, yada yada. We support Wise Towers residents in their desire to restrict use of the space to residents, the development, and the property managers' signage to notify non-residents that the courtyard is not a public space, he said. They go on this, but we are suspending our recess play there for the time being, said the principal of the private school. I suggest families also suspend playing there after school or over the weekends. Who is the piece of shit in the story? Is it this place, the Wise Towers, and all their residents being upset that kids want to play in a park? It's a park. I get it's where you live. It's also where their school is. New York's supposed to be a melting pot. Why can't everybody get along? It's a playground. We teach them early. They can play there together. They'll have fun. There's probably plenty of places to play and run around. Is it the rich white kids for going there and then I guess kind of taking over? I mean, it is in their blood. When they go there as rich white people, they're like, aren't we in charge now? Isn't that how this happens? And they go around and they play. Is it that woman who was just quoting off all that kind of crazy shit? She's just sitting on a park bench. She's 61. She doesn't have any kids in the game. I'm sure like a grandkid. She's just a lady who sits on the park bench, and now it's mad she's got to watch white people stare at her, wondering why the fuck she ain't doing shit all day. Is it New York for going, I don't think it's really public or private. That's your guys' problem. Hey, New York, you've been doing that too much lately. Stop making everything our own problems to figure out. We're not good at figuring them out. It's bullshit. We don't know what to do. Or is it the black kids who play there for not just doing the thing you're supposed to do when you don't want white people at your park? Just start playing basketball. When you play basketball, the white kids realize they're not going to be allowed to play, and then they go somewhere else. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Bobby, go first.
It's the residents of the Wise Tower. How dare these rich, wealthy people use the park that their taxes fucking paid for?
Yeah.
Like, they built it. They should get to use it. Dude, I freaked out the other day because I was told I couldn't use the track at the local high school. It's like, my taxes paid for it. I own this track. Like, I get it. You live in a tower. Security might be a little rough. Spoiler alert, in the Stephen Wise Tower, I'm going to throw it out there. Security's probably not that great to start with. Now, if the white people are coming in and acting like they own the place and ordering the residents around, that makes them a piece of shit too. But like you said, Pat, then just beat them at basketball. Or at the Wise Tower, since they thought it was the llama park for the longest time, beat them at football. That's what you're going to be good. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, F-U-T. You can't be mad at kids for wanting to play in a park. That's just nuts. Like, where did we get as a society that now it has to be a political issue if our kids play in a fucking park? It's nuts. So for me, it's anybody who's like, keep them out. Maybe let them in. Trickle down economy, right?
No, but no, according to the people, not you.
No, but like, yeah, and I get what they're saying. Like, especially if you live somewhere and your kid's playing, and then somebody who doesn't live there comes in and is like, "Your kid isn't playing right." I see how it could create tensions, but at the end of the day, it's kids playing in a park. It's not who gets to eat food today. We're not in...
right, but New York kids, New York parents like to be able to yell at everyone else's kids. I think they don't like that there's kids they can't yell at.
Then stab somebody. No white parents coming back to a park if there's been a stabbing there.
Do you stab a nanny though? That's who you stab, right? You don't stab no one important. A nanny. You don't stab a rich person. You don't stab a kid. You stab a nanny.
You could even just start a rumor that there was a stabbing at the park. You don't have to actually stab anybody. It's just people will stop going there.
Or what you do is, Bobby, it's very simple. You start playing rap music and you try to have one of the nannies sing along with the song. And then when they say the N-word part, you pause it. She yells it. And see, she's saying the N-word. And now nannies aren't allowed there anymore.
I like that.
It's the old trick.
I'm a big fan of no nannies.
Yeah, if you don't know, now you know, nanny.
That's the kid's
How that works.
Nick,
Nick, who's a piece of shit?
Well, first of all, the story definitely has a hero, and it's the one who said, "Shut up, bitch."
That guy was walking my dog at a park. Okay.
Can we all agree this story has one hero in it for sure?
He was cool.
Now that we got that, I'm gonna say that Stephen Wise is the asshole here, because much like Bobby's beard, he was a Jew. And he was a rabbi, actually, I should say. He should have known back in 1915 when he resurrected that building that they were going to build that park. And he should have predicted they were going to have to renovate it 100 years after. And he should have gave a shit way before the city of New York had to. And he didn't take any of those precautions. He just decided to keep rabbiing and even moved out of New York and went to Oregon. So screw him. Screw Stephen Weiss. And, you know,
Dude, you just did so much research. I'm looking all that up. Everything he said is accurate and true.
Okay. You're gonna learn some things on the Pat Out Show, and don't trust Stephen Wise.
What the fuck?
Don't trust.
Yeah, but Stephen Wise does not look like he liked anyone who plays at that park now.
I know. Anyway, that's my end. I'm sorry. I don't know if you.
No, I got you. I was just staring at pictures of Stephen Wise. Nick, kudos to you for doing that kind of research between me and Bobby talking.
I was gonna look up Stephen Wise, but then my Kelsey Plum picture was still open. And
They look similar.
Priorities, you know? Spank bank.
I mean, the piece of shit in this story is obviously anyone who doesn't let kids play in a park. Let kids play in a park. But if you want to stop them, and we made all those jokes there really is a way. You know what happens in every New York neighborhood? There's one guy they all know. They don't call him a pedophile. He's just that guy you don't let near the kids. Just have him come by. And then all your white nannies and all those, they will never be there again. The guy who's just like, yo, I like your plaid skirt. I just watched a movie with people wearing that. And they're like, what? Like, it's like, oh, where you go to school? And she's like, I'm in 4th grade. He's like, I did that shit too. You want to hang out? Like, all of a sudden, now you can fucking have to go, there's a pedophile here, and they leave. Because in the inner city, you don't diddle your own. You know what I mean? That's kind of how it works. You always outside resource. You take care of the kids around you because they don't call the cops on you. So you got your own diddler. So you just break out your Stephen Wise diddler and release the hound and let him go after all the white women and Chinese women and their little kids. And don't let them get them. I mean, make sure be cool. Be like, yo, don't get them. Just scare them. You know, and then we'll give you the keys to the orphanage later again or something like that, and then you can pay them off that way. But yeah, you got a resource. Use your resources. You don't got to go to the post. The post ain't gonna help you, but Diddle Boy is gonna help you. Go to the diddler.
You know, when you initially were talking about sending the diddler to the park, I was not on board. But when you put it that way, I guess everybody could be a hero if they play their role right in society, Pat. That's a beautiful message that
it really
to wrap the story up on. I like that.
It really is. And fuck Stephen Wise.
No,
the diddler might.
He's dead. He's dead.
Yeah.
Turns out that's his other fetish, necrophilia.
I thought people lived forever. This is very educational.
Wait, Kevin. Why would you bring all the grape soda? I don't understand. Please, more detail on why you would bring all the grape soda to that park.
Thankfully, I think he did provide some context with his next comment.
Making a joke about only picking up black kids.
Yeah, I got it. And by me being subtle, I was letting everyone else just get the joke without just wearing a Klan hat. Thank you, Nick.
That was funny.
Ironically, you're the only one not wearing a Klan hat on the show right now, Pat. You can hire both covering up our receding hairlines.
I gotta be aerodynamic when I'm running away from that bull later on when it tries to push me.
You're gonna get gored, you asshole. Get out of the way.
That's it.
Where was the guy from Brooklyn when the bull got away? He should have just punched it and dropped it like he did that woman.
Real.
Where was the guy from Brooklyn when all these kids go to that park and he can just punch them in the face and they won't go to the park anymore? This guy can solve a lot of problems. He's a billionaire, but he's out there.
Exactly.
He was the one walking the dog, and he recognized the woman in the crosswalk and was like, "Hey, bitch, I don't have the dog now."
Shut up, bitch.
Remember this?
Remember me, bitch?
It's like, you better put Rosa Parks on the back of the party bus. I'm out.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, thank you so much for joining us today. Please tell people where they can follow you and all that fun stuff.
Hey, I am a comedian, and I do things. You can follow me on all the social medias at The Real Nick Kelly, Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram, X, Twitter X, whatever. I got tons of shows coming up, but I'm taking this month off. I got a whole bunch of shit going on right now, but I'm gonna start back on in July. Hopefully, I get to see you, Pat, and you, Bobby.
Yeah, hopefully, man.
That'd be
awesome. You guys are working out of the South Connecticut, right?
Not Bob. Bobby's New York, Pennsylvania, stuff like that. Bobby's not a Connecticut guy, so it's
cool.
But
well,
yeah, I'm all over the place.
Other shows with shitty flyers you got coming up, just let me know.
I'll let you know. No
I like those, but I love you guys. I want to try to hop back on this show probably in the future, later in the month.
Anytime you hit us up, man. So
I'll tell more people about it. People should get up in the morning and watch this shit. How many edits do you need? This is the greatest goddamn show on at 8 in the morning, and I hope they play this fucking clip. And fuck Stephen Wise. I'm still on that. I'm sorry, guys.
He's fucking pissed.
I can't.
Thank you, Nick.
Deep inside me. I love you guys.
I better. We'll talk to you later, brother.
See you, buddy.
All right, so Bobby, what do you got?
I will be at Casket Comedy. I believe it's this Friday in Soho. And then more importantly, I will be in Wethersfield with Pat Oates coming up soon.
The 28th and 29th. You get your tickets at comedycraftbeer.com. There's still tickets remaining to that show right there. The big recording's happening August 8th through 10th at Mohegan Sun. Bobby and I will be there for that as well. Once again, I want to thank Nick for being on the show. Everyone that was in the chat today, we thank you guys so much. Kevin G. Diddle Boy, the movie. Kevin won several awards today. Kevin was on fire. You were the MVP. Got the Husey Award earlier. Terry Nee keeping his job. I know you called him out in that, but he is still the ace reporter. The fact that he's bringing the stories that he doesn't know we have here. Really enjoying it, what he was doing there. Like and subscribe, please, if you can do that. Get on the Patreon, check that out every Thursday. I'm guessing from today's stories, or one of those will be the Thursday thoughts. I don't know what's happening Wednesday, but there were some really good ones there. I think we'll be digging into some stuff there, but I was checking it out as well. What do I got this week? Saturday, I'm in Southbury, Connecticut. I got if you're in that area, Connecticut, let me know. I'll have a link for tickets. I'm headlining the show. Friend of the show and friend of Bobby making fun of him, Avery Quinn, will be on that show. So we'll have a good time and check that one out there. Bunch of big things coming on, so just check those things out. I want to thank everybody, seriously, who was part of the show in Boston on Saturday. It was a lot of fun. I got to see some comics I haven't seen in a long time. There were some real killers on there. It was a good time. And Andrew Alfredo came up with me, and he's been working really hard and got his jokes together. He was a little nervous about the show and did his thing. So, there, Mr. Hands in Your Pants, thank you today for sharing that wonderful. I know it's hard to share that kind of story. That's a lot of deep pain, and we appreciate you always. V, you're always the best. Thank you for liking it. And V said we're good to go, and he'll just do something else. So it's probably starting Wednesday for everyone watching. The first hour, if you're watching us on Twitter, then that's great. If you watch us on Facebook, that's great. But the first hour will be there. Second hour, show will continue. We'll just keep going into it. We'll just shut those down. It'll be just on YouTube. We'd eventually just like to have everybody on YouTube over there, but it's great. Terry, we appreciate you as always, my friend. Kish, who ran away earlier. Jim Grindle, Kevin was MVP fucking today. Everyone else that was in there that I missed. Lucas from the Bind, good to see you, my friend. Whenever you can pop on, that's fun. Thank you guys so much for being involved today. Bobby, anything else?
Mainly, Pat, I think the message you sent everybody off with on that last story is how we're going to go into our weekend attack. Even if you think you're the creepy guy in your neighborhood who's not allowed at parks, there's something you can do. Just find the good you can put out into the world, and it'll come back to you.
Oh, I should have left on that, but let me real quickly say that I forgot because I'm used to the old way. We will see you tomorrow at 8 a.m. We are back. We're doing Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Fridays now. So we will see you tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. for our next show. So make sure if you haven't subscribed, you know it's there, and we'll check it all out. V, you guys all rock. And all you guys out there, if you guys are pedophiles, like Bobby said, and just let people in your neighborhood know, hey, I won't touch your kids, but you just let me help scare some.
Yeah,
you never know.
All you want to do.
They might need your help.
You could be the bull.
And also, if you're a big fat lady, lonely, loud, there's a new group for you.
Yeah, we started it. It's not the LGBTQ plus, and the plus is not for your body weight. It's the BF. And don't be a guy at a rodeo who refuses to grab the bull by the horns. Don't be a piece of shit.
Or an AIDS venture. Don't be those.